So in the world of Rose and Ed, it seems that things are heating up quite fast. Hey guys, it's Murali. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Murali, and then let's get into this video. So Rose has, made it very clear to us as the public about her feelings towards Ed post the show. Now that it obviously has ended, but Ed is finally clapping back and shading her, and he does it in a very subtle manner, and it seems that a lot of articles online are picking up on it. And it was in a 2-minute video in relation to, I assume, Instagram or somewhere online, where he was responding in a subtle way. He wasn't really going in on her like she did, but he does go in. This is what he basically says. So of course, Big Ed's jab at Rose came via a video for a fan, in which Big Ed talked about clip or fail syndrome. While the video stayed on track for a majority of 2 minutes, the first 10 seconds featured a bum pointed towards Rose that cannot be ignored. Here's the bit that at the moment looks to be the first time Ed has ever talked about Rose since her explosive online rant about him. And that rant that she did was explosive. She went in on him. So it comes to a point where you have to respond or say something at some point, or you can choose to ignore things, because sometimes no reaction is a reaction. But we all know that Ed isn't a victim here. He is definitely the perpetrator. So this is why it's very confusing. But what he says in these particular 10 seconds, I don't have the video footage, but I'm reading off an article. You guys know that I went to the Philippines, obviously. This is the only thing I got in the Philippines, a mug. Just kidding, I got a mug and I got some great coffee. So I feel like he was, given that those sentences, I feel like he is throwing some shade. He says, he says, you guys know I went to the Philippines, obviously. This is the only thing I got in the Philippines, a mug, which obviously refers to the fact that he went there, he didn't get Rose, his plan never worked, he only got a mug, and then he was like, just kidding, I got a mug and I got some great coffee. So we have some, comedy, some satire there. So I feel like he is throwing some minor shade to basically confirm that him and Rosa are not a couple. I feel like he's throwing shade to confirm that and saying, I went over there but I only got a mug. That's all I got, child. I didn't get her. That's what I wanted. My plan did not work, thank the Lord, but the plan did not work. So I feel like there is some minor shade. Big Ed threw some obvious shade at Rose, pretending she was a non-factor in his trip to the Philippines. That's why, because it's basically a snarky response, considering how Ed had previously been a little more neutral in his statements about his 90 Days Fiance co-star. It also could have been a bit of a double meaning, as coffee is occasionally used as a metaphor for sex in America. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that, guys. We don't use that here in London as a metaphor. One of the season's most memed moments has been when Ed and Rose spent the night together, and Ed was dancing around after excitedly telling the cameras that they had sex. Rose was less willing to be forthcoming about the evening in the episode, and now that 90 Days Fiance is airing, has not liked the various things that have been said about her on the show. Rose has alleged that much of what Ed has said about her in the season were lies, and that he was essentially using her and their relationship as a means to become a celebrity. While it's unclear exactly what the truth is between the 90 Days Fiance, it appears more information about the couple's relationship will soon be coming from Rose, courtesy of a YouTube channel. So I said this in my previous video that she is going to come out about something massive video on her channel now, and I'm waiting for that. I'm sure the whole world is, to see what she is going to say. So we're all going to be waiting for that, child. But that is interesting. If you read back that sentence again, just kidding, I got a mug and I got some great coffee. So you got a mug and you got some great sex, because normally coffee wouldn't be that great for you to be recalling it as it'd be great coffee from the Philippines. So maybe it actually is a metaphor for sex, and maybe that's what he's using it and referring it as. I don't know. Maybe some Americans, who are watching this could vouch in the comments if you guys have heard that, sentiment, that metaphor comparison. But I feel like he's throwing some shade. To be honest with you, I'm not mad at him throwing shade. If Rose is going to say all this, you are entitled to clap back. I'm not a fan of Ed at all. I'm just genuinely not. But at the same time, and being unbiased here, you are entitled to clap back and throw shade. This shade wasn't even that heavy. It was just very, very subtle. So who knows? Maybe he'll come out with something more. I don't know. But I want to also remind you guys that, not that you guys need reminding, but Ed is not the victim here. He definitely is the perpetrator. He's very manipulative. So again, let me know if you want me to do a video on him. I might do a video on him just detailing certain signals and signs. I feel like I might do something like that if you guys want that, but if not, it is what it is. Subscribe to the channel, click that button and if you want more videos about 90 Days Fiance, let me know. I'm coming at you as much as I can with them. Content for days. Do you understand? I'm just injecting it now. I'm just injecting it. So let me know what your thoughts are. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys soon for another video.